Hello, you're welcome back to Project Management Demystified, and we're on our PMO series. That's the Project Management Office, and setting up a PMO, setting up a Project Management Office. So this is episode 9, and so we've been coming all the way from episode 1, where we try to understand what a PMO is and why do we need to set up a PMO, and some of the benefits of setting up a PMO, and understanding that a PMO is not so episode 4, understanding that a PMO is not just focusing on a PMO. A PMO is a strategic aspect of the organization that looks over the organization and how benefits can be realized and value delivered. Episode 5 was more around being transparent so that everyone can come along on the journey. I think in episode 6, we tried to give an example, like just an example of some of the reasons that could drive us setting up a PMO. Episode 7 was around, what was episode 7 again? So episode 7 was understanding the journey, where we are and where we want to be. Episode 8 was around where the PMO should sit. Yes, where the PMO should sit. And so now we're in episode 9. So in episode 8, when we covered where the PMO should sit, there's something I also want to just some clarification. So ensuring that the PMO sits in the right place, and so depending on the structure, you could have a central PMO and then have people from the PMO assigned to different units or departments or business areas. But you could also have a central PMO and then have more like, I'll say, modular PMOs. So have number of PMOs in different units, and just understanding how that will work in your own context. So I'm trying not to be prescriptive. So in this episode, one other important thing that we need to consider is documentation. So we've understood the vision of the organization, the driver for setting up a PMO, the reason we're setting up a PMO, where the PMO will sit, and all those things. It wouldn't be a bad idea to have like standard operating procedures for how things should be done, just in case people are not clear or confused. Maybe there are new people in the organization, there are new people that have come into the organization. So when setting up a PMO, you will be running trainings and supporting and guiding people on how things should be, and to get the maximum value. So those things, it will be good to document them and have them somewhere that people can have access to it. When they have questions, they don't keep coming to the PMO team to ask questions, because the PMO can focus on other things. And then when new people join the teams as well, so the new people can just go there and understand why some things are being done. So documentation of the operating procedures, of processes, is another massive thing that will take ages to really document, because again, I will say, it's not just something that one person will sit down somewhere and just be mapping on a system. No, it's workshops, conversations, feedback. You remove processes, you would add back processes. So those are the ways that with that, it would help the impact of the PMO. It will make it more lasting. And whatever is being documented is not set in stone. It is based on the information that is known at the time that the documentation is being done. So it should not be done in a system that it won't be editable, because it will be editable. And as a PMO, you'll be doing version control, because you're doing version control for so many other things. So you should be doing version control for your own processes. So maybe the first version 1, 0.1, or put the date there, and then subsequent version, when there are changes, we should go through proper change management process so that you have, that's one of the things you will have to document as well. So to change the documents, who kind of approves it, who accepts it, who signs it off, and all those kind of good stuff, all this kind of jazz. So documentation is really important, and that's based on feedback from people. And again, I'll say it again, I can't overemphasize this, that it should be something that can be changed, is not set in stone. It's not a law, is what works for people. So it's not something that the PMO team sit down somewhere to do, is what we work collaboratively to come up with. I hope that has been helpful. I'll leave it there, and I'll see you on the other side. Cheers. Bye-bye.